All right, we're now recording. So, Diane, why don't you go ahead and share a few words of wisdom with everybody, and then I'll take it over and go through getting started right.
Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and touch on some of the takeaways from the book that Chuck and I have been listening to, The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And I do have to say that it's a little difficult doing takeaways when you're actually listening to the book instead. So, but I did just go back through the book and kind of highlight some of the ones that stuck out to me. A wealth principle. The number one reason most people don't get what they want is that they don't know what they want. Thought that was really good, and I just totally lost where I'm at here. Darn it. Yeah, let's go back to that one. Sorry about this. And one of the things that they ask you to do, a Millionaire Mind action, is to write a short paragraph on exactly why creating wealth is important to you and be specific. Then they recommend that you meet with a friend or a family member who is willing to support you. Tell that person you want to evoke the power of commitment for the purpose of creating greater success. And then they give you a little exercise to do here. Put your hand on your heart, look that person in the eye, and repeat the following statement. I, and you put your name in there, do hereby commit to becoming a millionaire or more by, and you put a date in there. Then tell your partner to say, I believe in you. Then you say, thank you. And then it says, P.S. to strengthen your commitment, I invite you to commit directly to, and he's got a website that you can actually print out a commitment and post it on your wall. Then your life is not just about you. It's also about contributing to others. It's about living true to your mission and reason for being here on this earth at this time. It's about adding your piece of the puzzle to the world. Most people are so stuck in their own egos that everything revolves around me, and more me. But if you want to be rich in the truest sense of the word, it can't only be about you. It has to include adding value to other people's lives. Another wealth file, a wealth principle, rich people focus on opportunities. Poor people focus on obstacles. Rich people also understand that you can never know all the information beforehand. In another of our programs, Enlightened Warrior Training, we train people to access their inner power and succeed in spite of anything. In this course, we teach a principle known as ready, fire, aim. What do we mean? Get ready the best you can in as short a time as possible, take action, then correct along the way. The idea is to get in the game with whatever you've got from wherever you are. And the last part here, oops, wrong thing. Oh, no, I do have one more thing. The declaration, we did this last week. I'm going to have you do it again. Place your hand on your heart and say, I focus on opportunities over obstacles. I don't see any of you mouth lipping. Mouth lipping. I get ready, I fire, I aim. Now touch your head and say, I have a millionaire mind.
There's probably 6 people looking, but there were 2 up there tonight.
Very good, John. Appreciate that. Glad you're feeling better. All right, got some additional notes here, and then we're going to jump right into getting started right for our new people and those of you that are really just now ready to get started. But before I do that, I want to make note, this morning for breakfast, I had a cookies and cream shake, and it was absolutely delicious. My family makes fun of me because whatever I'm eating at that time is just absolutely delicious. I love everything. I tend to be that way, but it was phenomenal. And so I want to encourage you. There's no telling how long those are going to be available. It's a seasonal flavor. Last time they came out, they only had enough for 2 days. The demand was crazy. So I think they made a little more this time. But there's no guarantee, just like the tickets to NYKO, that they're going to be around forever. So get some ordered. What I recommend you do is order in lots of 6. Whatever you're ordering, if possible, order 6 at a time of a particular item, and you get a 10% additional discount on that item. I believe, I've not personally done this, but I think Diane can verify this for me. You could order like 2 cookies and cream, 2 pumpkin spice, and 2 of the chocolate mint. They combine all 6 of those because of the same item, just different flavors. You still get the 10% discount. I've been told that's the case. I've never personally done it, but when you go to place your order, you can find out. But I highly recommend that you get some of these seasonal flavors ordered now while they're still available. Once they're gone, they're gone. And then you've got them for your customers, you've got them for people on your team, and yourself. So again, I highly recommend that you get an order in for 6 of the canisters of shakes. If not tonight, next week. But do 6 at a time to get that extra 10% discount. Next thing, number 2 here, is go to teamofhope.com. And I've got the long version of that in the blog here. And it would help if I shared my screen with you. Let me do that real quick. All right, so go to teamofhope.com. It'll take you to the same spot. I got the long version of the link in here, but it's teamofhope.com. I've got it redirected to this link here, but it gives you the complete schedule for the week. And that schedule is packed with opportunities. Now, most of you, I can't even get on all of them. I'm full-time. So no one's expected to get on all this. We just try to make a lot of things available that can help you build your business. If you missed Saturday's Zoom call with Kwang-Soo Shin, you missed one of the best calls ever. He did a call on how to make $5,000 in your first 5 weeks. Now, fortunately for everybody on the call, if you go to teamofhope.com, you come over to the blog archive on the right here, you'll see this special Isagenix business presentation by Kwang-Soo. That is a recording of the call he did Saturday morning. Now, do not post this on your Facebook page or anywhere where it's going to be public. This is a private blog of mine. And so I posted here for your easy reference. But this call right here was phenomenal. He first of all went through the compensation plan, and then he laid out a game plan to basically show you how you can make $5,000 in your first 5 weeks in the business. Great for new people. It's a roadmap. I personally followed that roadmap, and so I saw it happen. And so I encourage you, if you want to run fast, it's right here for you to run. All right, next thing here. Last Monday night, 6 days ago, Stan Yago, Versal Shaw, and myself, but mostly those 2 guys, did a phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal product presentation. So if you've got a prospect that's interested in more the product versus the business, what you want to do is, again, teamofhope.com, come up here to where it says Isagenix Product Focused Presentation with Stan Yago, and click on that link and use that presentation right there. I think it ended up being about 40-something minutes because I also covered the compensation plan at the end a little bit. But I'm telling you, that was, Kwang-Soo himself said it's the best product call he's seen yet. So I highly recommend you use that for your prospects. It's a great time of year to use that with them. Diane, could you check the chat messages that are going on there and see if there's anything I need to know about? If I'm okay, very good. Thanks. Just
Steve Slacky did say that he ordered various flavors and he got the 10%.
all right. So I don't know if you guys can hear Diane, but Steve Slacky did confirm you could do multiple flavors. So once you get 6 or more, you do get the 10% discount. All right. So last Tuesday night, we had a phenomenal Christmas party / presentation at V. Shaw's home meeting. And it was so successful, we decided to do it again this week. It's still Christmas season. We're still in the spirit. And I'm telling you, it was phenomenal. Now, you might be saying, well, Chuck, what good does that do me? I'm in California. I'm in North Carolina. We carry it live on Facebook. So you can watch how we do it. You guys have your own party and kind of use our presentation in the middle. It's your presentation. But it's just a good time to get people together, hear some testimonies, hear a brief overview of the products, and hear a couple different stories. And then we basically open up a kit, a 30-day system. We open up for a brand new person. And we'll have more new people there this Tuesday night, so we'll do it again. And then after that, we just kind of socialize. I highly encourage you to set up a meeting that correlates time-wise with ours and just show our Facebook Live and join in. There's also a thing going on. If you go to teamofhope.com, everything's on the schedule. Teamofhope.com, everything's on the schedule right there. It's got the link to use, times, everything. Teamofhope.com. Now, the company is starting something new. I was on one tonight to test it out. It's a virtual Facebook Live party. It's kind of unique. I'm going to be participating one Thursday. I'll keep you posted. I don't want to promote it too much because I really don't understand it yet. I kind of like to figure it out before I start promoting it. But I'll get you the link for Thursdays. You can check it out if you like. But I was on one tonight. It's pretty cool. They bounce from place to place, and different people give their testimonies. So it's got a lot of potential for you to build your business virally through Facebook, social media. So the link for the Facebook Live Tuesday night, it's 8 p.m. Eastern. Again, that's going to be on the teamofhope.com. But the link to the Facebook Live is right there for you at the bottom there. That's actually the event. So if you know someone in St. Louis, you can actually invite them to the event itself. They'll have to RSVP, and then Stan, Lisa, Diane, myself, V, Renee, one of our leaders in St. Louis will actually contact them, vet them a little bit, and then give them the address and information to the actual event. We don't want just strangers showing up at the house, so we vet everybody who gets invited. All right. This is a very, very important part of the program, and I don't ever want to gloss over this. It's super important, in fact. It's the daily Cepeda calls. Herb and Patty Cepeda are the top leaders in Isagenix and some of the top leaders in the entire world of network marketing direct sales. They take time out of their schedule every Monday through Friday to do a daily call. If you're not participating in these calls, I highly recommend you do. They are how you really get the mindset of success, but also you get all the knowledge you need to be successful and lead your team. Many people have started their own calls after being on the Cepeda calls for years. I've been 10 months into this thing. I have no intention of starting my own calls anytime soon. I'm plugging in to what the Cepedas have already put in place. So the way to do that is go to besetfreelife.com, register on the site as a new member. You have to be an associate to do that. They will check their database, make sure you're in their organization, because this is exclusive to their organization. And then once you're in there, you're going to have access to scripts. You're going to have access to past recording, trainings, Zoom calls, amazing information. Herb and Patty Cepeda did a Zoom call Wednesday night. I checked earlier today, and it had not been posted yet, but it will. And that is a phenomenal presentation for the business side of things. So all the tools you need are right there at besetfreelife.com. On that site, in fact, is how I built my business in the beginning. I sent all my prospects to besetfreelife.com. I had them watch the video at the top of the page, and then I followed up with them. That's what I did with every single prospect in the beginning. Now, since then, I've learned the value of the ISO tools. Versal Shaw and some of my team in the UK were the ones who really helped turn me on to that early. Oh, and Farmer John was early adapter for that. That is the best marketing system I've ever seen a company provide in my 20 plus years in the industry. So I highly recommend you check out the ISO tools. And again, if you go to the blog, I try to keep everything here for you on that blog, but you just kind of look over here and you'll find one that says ISO Tools Training by Diane Williams. It might go back to November. Looks like I haven't posted one recently, but they have the ISO Tools Training at besetfreelife.com too. There's that handsome V. Shaw there, one of his recordings. Yeah, but right here, like ISO Tools Training with Diane Williams. You just click on that link, and it'll take you right to her training, and you can learn how to use the ISO tools. She goes through step by step, and they got tutorials. It's very, very well done. All right, so this here is the daily calls with Herb and Patty Cepeda. Tomorrow morning, Monday morning, if it's your first time on there, they're not going to recognize your phone number, so they're going to ask you your name and who your enroller is. So be prepared to give that answer because they keep that in the database. And again, these are exclusive calls during the week. Now, I do recommend that you send a text to 95577, and in the text message, type Patty C, just like it says in the directions there. That will put you on a text alert system. So all of the calls, Monday Zoom meeting night, Wednesday night Zoom meeting, Saturday morning ISO Tools training, the daily calls, the Sunday night product overview, all those things will be text to you ahead of time, reminding you to get on. Very, very powerful. So text that. Next is some of us have started to take for granted already. Shame on us, but it's phenomenal. It's the Healthy Happy Hour by Stan Yago. Stan spends a lot of time preparing for this, and he pours his heart into it every day, Monday through Saturday, and he is sharing knowledge that really will impact millions of people. You heard me right, millions of people. Stan has a vision to reach millions of people and better their health, and he knows Isagenix is that vehicle, and so the Isagenix for Life has been blessed. Our team has been blessed to have him on our team, and every day, Monday through Saturday, he's sharing about the situation of nutrition and health in our world today, not just the United States, but in our world today. And then with every problem, he shares a solution, and he shares with you how Isagenix is so far ahead of the curve when it comes to providing a complete solution for what ails you. which is lack of nutrition. So I highly recommend that call. And again, you can't be on all these calls. I understand that. But the morning calls are number one most important. And then I put Stan's Healthy Happy Hour right there behind that. And then obviously for growing your business, the Monday night, the Wednesday night Zoom meetings, the Saturday morning Zoom meeting, those are great opportunities for you to get your prospects in front of. And it's kind of spread out through the week so you can be working your business and driving your new people to those calls. Had a lot of my new people on the call Saturday, and they were very impacted by Kwang Su's explanation of how to make $5,000 in 5 weeks. Who doesn't want to know that? Now, for those of you in the St. Louis area, there's going to be a leadership training Tuesday the 19th. I've got the details right there on the blog on teamofhope.com, today's blog. And then Saturday, and I will try to, I'm not going to try, we will broadcast this Facebook Live on Isagenix for Life, but Mike Jones is going to be giving his testimony and encouraging, it's a men's event, so he's going to be encouraging men to mentor others and move forward. For those of you that don't know Mike Jones, he is a pretty famous former NFL football player here in the St. Louis area. He made the big tackle that basically won the Super Bowl over the Tennessee Titans in 1999. And so he has joined the Isagenix family. He's part of Versal Shaw's team, and we're really, really excited to have him on board. But he's going to be speaking at a ministry event that Saturday morning, the 30th, and I'm making that available so you know what that is. Now, there's one other place I recommend for brand new people. Again, it's under the blog. It's in December. If you look about halfway down, it says Getting Started Checklist. Getting Started Checklist. It's going to include a lot of things we've covered tonight, but it just puts in a real easy checklist form for you new guys like Larry and Dan that are on the call tonight. So, number one, get yourself plugged in. I mentioned this earlier, but I'm repeating for emphasis and clarification. BSetFree.com, right there. Next, sign up for our Isagenix page. It's Isagenix for Life. Now, a lot of teams have their own pages. I'm actually on one with Sarah and Kwang Su. I highly recommend all of you get on that. We're part of their team too. The Cepedas have one. I'm on that. There's just a lot of information out there that you can get and get resources that help. But the one I want to encourage you to get on is Isagenix for Life. That's the one we do the Healthy Happy Hour on. That's the one on Tuesday night where we have our home meeting where we actually broadcast that. And there's lots of things we broadcast throughout the week on that Isagenix for Life. So I encourage you to like that page, sign up to get the notifications, and then join us whenever possible. Get your team on that too. Next, see there is teamofhope.com. I mentioned that earlier. Bookmark that page. I try to keep every relevant thing there for you. I try to put the presentation recordings there for you as soon as they're available. So if you're ever looking for something, I try to have it in one place, teamofhope.com. D, I ask that you be friends with me. I try to find a lot of good things out there and post them. I just posted a couple good things tonight. Sarah posted something really phenomenal about the different jobs that are going away, stores that are closing, and how we have an opportunity with people looking at this time of year for new opportunities. I'm going to be posting that on my Facebook page later tonight. I got a permission to do it. And I do recommend you get someone's permission before you copy and I almost said steal. It's not stealing if you ask for permission, but it's stealing if you don't ask for permission to use other people's stuff. I mentioned earlier the Cepeda morning calls. Super, super important. See that, bsetfreelife.com. It's got all the details. You register there. You send a text to Patty at the number I gave you just recently, and you'll get text notification. But those Cepeda calls are critical. Number one, in my opinion, number one. And then be on the Zoom presentations Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Bring guests. Be there yourself even if you don't have a guest, but always try to have a guest. I think I had 13 people on Saturday's call, and it's really important as a leader that you start to build up your momentum and get people on those calls. If you're not an associate, become an associate and teach your people to do this. I found a lot of people that come in as customers and no one's teaching them the need to go in and become an associate. So Larry and Dan, as brand new customers this week, what you're going to want to do is go into your back office, and there's a big purple box that says Become an Associate. You click on that box. You watch a short video. That video is going to basically tell you about the compliance and what not to do to get yourself in trouble and get the company in trouble. This is a legacy company. We're really proud of that. They're really big on compliance. So watch that video and then fill out a little form, and that's how they know how to handle your taxes, how to get your 1099, and then voila, you are an associate. That's all there is to it. So make sure you do that. That's going to allow you to build both sides of your team. As a customer, you could still sign other people up as customers, and you get a product introduction voucher instead of a product introduction bonus. But you can only sign your customers up on the team leg. You cannot build both sides. You cannot become a consultant because you're not even an associate. You got to become an associate first. Then you can start to build to become a consultant, which is your number one goal. We'll get to that in a minute. All right, while I'm on that topic, let me go down a little tangent, but it's important. You need to know this. In your back office, there is a spot on the top left that says order product. When you click on order product, there's a button down there that says international sponsorship or international sponsor. You click on that and it's $49. That $49 investment allows you to get credit for international volume. So most of us on this call are here in the United States, but we'll have people listen to this from all over the world. In the United States, our market is Canada, the United States, and Puerto Rico. And so any business that happens in any of those three countries, you're going to get credit for that volume. But if you don't go into your back office and sign up for that international sponsorship, then let's say somebody in your team recruits somebody in Hong Kong or the UK or New Zealand or anywhere around the world where we have business. Next year, Korea, hopefully, most likely. It's on the calendar. It's happening. Anyway, wherever we have business in the world, you'll get credit for that volume in those other countries if you've signed up for the $49 international business. If not, those people will still be in your genealogy tree, but you won't get credit for the business volume. So it's important, and it's important to let your people know. And you might be saying, well, I don't plan on going to any of those places or recruiting anybody in those places. You don't have to. If somebody in your downline knows somebody in one of those countries and it pings over there, if you've paid that $49, you get credit for that volume. I hope that makes sense. It's a small fee. Only takes a little bit of international business to more than pay for that. All right, so let's get back on track here. I just want to mention that when I think of it because it's not something we talk about a lot, but it could cost you a lot of volume if you're not aware of it. All right, so we talked about becoming an associate. The next thing is in besetfreelife.com. In fact, I'll just go there real quick for you for this. besetfreelife.com. Now, I've already registered on this site to become a member, so I'm going to be able to log in. The first time you come here, you got to come down where it says members only, and you got to register. You got to get access and register. All right, so I'm in. I logged in earlier, and that's why let me. So you'll see here, it's got the new associate guide. That's what I want to show you. The new associate guide right here. Getting started. This is the place that new people need to go. New associate guide, getting started. It's got everything you need right here. I'll click on it and show you. This is it. And so don't try to reinvent the wheel. The Cepedas have it all right here at our fingertips. Just use it. These are the 7 steps to success. When I do the Monday morning call about setting up your business and doing it right, I literally use their system right here to teach people. It's all right here. These are the 7 steps. You become an expert at these steps right here, and you get good at teaching and repeating it. You've got everything you need right here. So powerful. I mentioned earlier the daily calls are right here. Daily calls. You click on daily calls, and it's got recordings of past daily calls. They're up to date. This is last week's call. They got the master compensation plan. It's all right here. So if you're on the West Coast and don't want to get up at 5:30 in the morning to be on the live call, just set a time where you're going to get on and make sure you listen to these calls. This is the heartbeat of the business. So Monday is set up your week. Tuesday is the product information with Q&A. Wednesday is how to contact, how to connect with people, how to invite people. Thursday is a motivational inspirational call by Patty Cepeda. That call is the only call of the week that's open to the whole world. The other 4 calls are exclusive to the Cepeda team. And then Friday is mastering the compensation plan. The reason Kwang Su and I have gotten so good at understanding the power of this compensation plan is we've taken the time to be students of it and learn it from Herb and Patty Cepeda. It's very, very powerful. All right, so let's go back to where we were. All right, now for the new people and even people who have been around for a while, schedule the launch of your business. When are you going to kick off your business? For me, I officially started in February. 19 days, we became executive. They call it Crystal Executive if you do it within 180 days. And like I said earlier, it was about $4,000 in bonuses and commissions just from reaching that level right there. And then there's a few other bonuses you can make. That's how they got the 5,000 in 5 weeks that Quang Su taught about Saturday. But I tell you all that because I didn't even launch my business at that point. I did all that over the phone. I really launched my business in June when Herb Cepeda came to St. Louis. And Stan Yago stood up and said, Chuck, we can get 100 people in the room, because Herb put that challenge out there, and it's available to all of you. Herb said if you're on his team and you put 100 people in the room, he'll come to your city. If it's international, he said you got to do 200. So the team in the UK and things like that, they got to put 200 in the room. But he said if you do it, we'll come. And so Stan was the one who said, Chuck, we can do it. I'm like, Stan, I've been building the UK. I've been building all over the country. I haven't been building St. Louis. There's 10 of us. And he's like, we can do it. And so sure enough, we did it. And that meeting launched our business in a much higher momentum coming out of that. So that was kind of our launch here in St. Louis. And so I encourage you to schedule your launch. Now, if you're Dan and Larry and you're brand new, obviously you're just starting. But for those of you that have been in for a while, Lina Arrigo up in Chicago just had her launch meeting in Chicago this past Thursday. She did a great job. She had about 8 guests in the room, all of them extremely sharp, mostly ladies. Phenomenal job, Lina. So we all want to congratulate you on that. Great job. Now we just need to follow up with those people and see where they want to come in. Do they want to watch you for a while and then come in later? Do they want to become customers right away and enjoy the benefits? And do someone want to build with us right away? Those are the things we'll ask them as we follow up over the next couple of days. So schedule your launch meeting. Now, it could be done through a virtual launch meeting. It could be done in a home meeting environment, which I recommend. But get your upline success coach and get their help. Have them zoom into the meeting for you or be there in person if possible. And let's launch your business. You might be saying, Chuck, Christmas is about a week away. Should we put everything on pause until after the new year? You may want to. Some people will. Me and my leaders, there's no way. We're having full-out massive momentum, and we're not about to slow it down. So what we're doing is we're actually picking up the pace. My goal was 20 customers in 30 days. I got 10 in my first 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm on pace. And then I just felt the Holy Spirit prompt me today, you're not thinking big enough. And so literally between now and January 7th, I'm going for 100 new customers. Now I know that's an outrageous goal, and it's hard to even say it, especially after I said I was going to enroll 1,000 people in the UK and pre-launch. Accidentally, I meant to say 100. But you know what? My belief level is so high right now, it's like who in the world wouldn't want to be a part of this come first of the year? And so all I'm going to do is find out who wants to run with us first year. We're going to start a new Ice Body Challenge. We're going to show them the results we've gotten, others have gotten. And I'm going to find 100 people that I know that want to run with us starting the first of the year. So you set your own goal. The goal that Eric Worre recommended was 20 in 30 days. He said all the big-time income earners, the $1 million earners, put people in batches. They don't do one a month for 12 months and end up with 12 people, which is great. If you enroll 10 people over the course of your career, you're in the top 2-3% of all network marketers. But those who make the money, put them in batches. The reason for that is it creates momentum. And so he recommended that we pick a 30-day time slot and put 20 people in our business. Now, you can wait till after the first year if you want, but I recommend you start Monday, mark out 30 days, take a few extra days for Christmas and New Year's, take those days off, enjoy your family. But the other days, work your business, grow your business. Over the next 2 to 5 years, set yourself up for total financial freedom, total passive residual income for the rest of your life. You can do it. All right, so that was it. Schedule your meeting. A couple other key things, and I recommend this to all new people, and I don't really start working with them until they do it, is number one, write down your why. I need to know what your why is so I can remind you of your why when things get tough and you want to tuck your tail between your leg and just kind of fade away. I'm not going to let you do that if I know your why and it's strong enough to keep you in the game when it gets going tough. And it will. It's not going to be all smooth sailing. You're going to have people that you absolutely thought were going to do this with you that end up quitting for whatever reason. You're going to have disappointment along the way. You're also going to have a lot of highs and great times and make lifelong friends. Stay focused on the positive and realize you're going to have to overcome the obstacles. Next is your list. Put together your list of 100 to 300 people. Now you might be saying, Chuck, I don't know 100, 300 people. No, you're thinking you don't know 100, 300 people that want to be in your business. You don't know that. You do know 100, 300 people if you've lived on this planet for any length of time at all. I want you to picture this way. Herb Cepeda, who makes about $278,000 a month last time I heard, could be more, could be less. I don't know what it is now, but last time I heard, that's what it was. And if he was going to pay for you to come to Charlotte and he was going to put you up in the nicest hotel and he was going to throw a major party for you and all your friends In fact, let's have him take us to the Caribbean. Let's not go to North Carolina. He's going to take us to the Caribbean. He's going to have your friend picked up in a limo at their home, taken to the airport, flown first class, charter plane, in fact. He's going to take us right to the Caribbean. The resort's paid for. They're going to get $5,000 spending money when they get there. Everything's paid for. Meals. It's an all-inclusive. He's got all the entertainment lined up, and it's a full 2 weeks down in the Caribbean. Can you get 2 weeks off, and can you find a way to get there? Now, who are the friends that you'd invite to go with you on that trip? If Herb Cepeda, Patty Cepeda, we're going to pay for all your friends. All you have to do is get them to say they get 2 weeks off to go on this 2 weeks excursion with you. How many could you get? And if 2 weeks is too big for your imagination, think one. But I like to think two. Now, with that mentality, create your list. Now, Herb Cepeda is not paying for your vacation. He's not paying for your friend's vacation. But he is giving you a vehicle to where you can afford to do that kind of thing and have the lifestyle that you want to have. And so it's there for you. It's their choice. And so what I want you to do is put your list together with that kind of mindset. Who would you want to bless? Whose socks would you just want to absolutely bless all if you could? And with that kind of mindset, you can easily come up with 100, 300 people. Get that list down on paper. It's very, very important that it's on paper, not in your head, not on your cell phone. I think I have 50,000 contacts in my phone. So what? It's what's on the paper, what's in my Excel spreadsheet. That's the list I'm working. That's what matters. I was just with another leader this weekend, Saturday. Stan Yago and I did our weekly mastermind, and he showed me his list that he's working from. All good leaders have the names on a list. I recommend you do it. Those are the first 2 steps. Once you got those 2 steps done, then we just need to get you to be a consultant. You don't need to know it all. In fact, you need to know very little. I recommend in the very beginning you use besetfreelife.com. Send your prospects to that. Get in your back office and get signed up for the ISO tools. Learn how to use that app. Diane does a great training on that. Those are the 2 vehicles I would use for my tools. And then I would show people the presentation with that. And then I would get them to the Monday night, the Wednesday night, the Saturday Zoom calls. That's where you let the people who are having a lot of success, who are in the field, make it happen. Let us share with your prospect for you. And then follow up. Follow-up's the key. Don't be afraid of people telling you no in the follow-up. I have people tell me no 5, 6, 7 times until they say yes. Ladies and gentlemen, they need to know what you know. They don't know. This is for their health. We're changing people's lives. And we're also giving them a vehicle for financial freedom if they choose to take it. All right, once you become a consultant, you're on the path now. If you're not a consultant yet and you've been in this business more than 2 weeks, let's get on with it. It's time. You just need to get with your success coach, get out your list. If you don't have your list yet, that's your problem. Make a list and then start going through the list and see who wants to participate in this with you. Everybody can get 2. There's no excuse. So if you're not a consultant yet, quit making excuses for yourself. Get her done. Now, once you're a consultant, your goal now is to help your 2 new people become a consultant. If they're not ready, you're not going to sit around and wait for them. You're going to find new people yourself because you want to find 2 that want to become a consultant, and you're going to help them become a consultant. That makes you a manager. That's your goal. Got to get it done in your first 60 days. Set the pace for your organization. Create a culture to where everybody on your team becomes a manager in the first 60 days. Why not make it your first couple weeks? Create that culture. It's doable. It's 2 to get 2. That's all there is to it. You can do it. Now, if you've been in the business for a while and you're not managing yet, don't be sitting there beating yourself up. Draw a line in the sand and say, hey, new mindset, new game, I'm on. And go become a manager again. Start over today. If you've been in more than 60 days, you won't get the $250 Crystal Manager bonus that you would get if you do in your first 60 days of becoming an associate. But guess what? You still will have done it, and you'll be on your way to the races. The rank advancement bonus, $250 for Crystal Manager. That's manager in 60 days. $750 for Crystal Director, which is becoming a director, which is 6-person role consultants in your first 120 days. And the big one, executive in 180 days is $1,000. Those bonuses are great, but they only add up to $2,000. When you add up all the commissions that Isagenix pays out, it is a drop in the bucket. Drop in the bucket. So if you didn't make those, don't beat yourself up. Get over that. Get on with it. Chances are at the New Year's kickoff, there's no guarantee. I don't know this, but there's a good chance that they're going to do what's called a reset. And a reset starts your clock over, and you get to go for it again. Now, with me just saying that, some of you have the mindset, well, I'm just going to wait to find out if that happens before I do anything because I want whatever I do to count towards that. That's broke mentality. Excuse me, I'm being a little blunt tonight. I'm talking about new people. I want you guys to get this. That's broke mentality. Don't think that way. Go out and put your 20 in before NYKO. and then let your 20 go for those, and you race to millionaire status. Don't be thinking nickel and dime. Bring a team in with you. So when NYKO comes, you got a team and you're taking off together. By the way, if I understand the reset correctly, anybody that you have in the business that's not a consultant, that becomes a consultant, counts as a consultant in your organization after the reset. I'll find out for sure, but I'm pretty sure after reading for a while on that, I believe that's how it works. So put as many people as you can now. They're going to count anyway, to the best of my knowledge. Again, if I'm wrong about anything like this, what are the actual rules of the company matter, not what I tell you, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. All right, so that's the path the company's put in place for us. It's consultant as fast as possible. Whenever you get it done, no matter how long it takes, you get a $50 rank advancement bonus. So for all of you that are not consultants yet, that's your goal this week. Before Christmas, give yourself the gift of becoming a consultant. Get out there, get it done, let us help you, let's make it happen. Now, for those of you that are consultants, and even those of you that aren't, if you want to become a manager this week, let's get that done. It's simple. You help two that get two. You help two that get two. Just create an environment where you expect that. You help them do it. It's two customers. If they're married, it's a spouse and a parent or a child or a friend. It's two customers. One to the right, one to the left. The only way you can put one to the right and one to the left is for you to be an associate. So remember, you got to go back in your back office and you got to become an associate. Now, this has all been recorded and I'm available for questions. We're here to help you. But the path is before you. Consultant, manager, which is you breaking 2 personal consultants. Then director, which is you breaking 6 personal consultants. And your first 2 to make you a manager count for your 6. Unlike some comp plans, we're going to start over every time you hit a new rank. And then executive. Executive is 5 personal role consultants on your right team and 5 personal role consultants on your left team. You notice, consultant, you have to have 1 customer on the right, 1 on the left to be a consultant. But manager and director, you can have all your consultants on one side or the other. It doesn't matter, or combination. Just has to have 2 person role for manager, 6 person role for director. And then executive, you go back to 2 teams, 5 person role consultants on the right, 5 person role consultants on the left. And remember, a consultant is just an associate that's 2 customers, 1 on the right, 1 on the left. It's not that hard. You can do it. You can all be an executive in the next 30 to 60 days if you put your mind to it and if you go at it with a commitment. Not I want to try. No, it's a commitment. Got to have it. Got to get it done. You can do it. I know you can. All right. Get off to a great start. Stay plugged in. Do the work and come grow with us. You could not have got involved in Isagenix at a better time. Seriously, the company is just about to go into massive momentum. They've had steady, strong growth for 15 years. This year, we should do $1 billion in sales for the first time in 1 year. And they're projecting in the next 3 years to double that to be doing $2 billion a year. To do that, this could take some pretty serious momentum, and there's going to be a lot of millionaires created. Why not you? All right, so we're going to end our recording, and I'm going to stop and see if we've got any questions. I know I covered a lot of ground there, but there was a lot to cover.